Hi, are you making a next presentation and you are thinking that hopefully this works out really well for you and converts into business? Then you need to hear this because in this video, I'm going to be sharing the number one secret that's important for you to know before you go and make a presentation. This is Tanmaya Goswami from Fashion Business Consulting. At FBC, we work with fashion manufacturers, exporters, buyers, designers to help them grow to the next level without getting burnt out in the process. See, I worked in the industry for over 2.5 decades. And over the years, I know that 24/7 is actually less time. If you are an exporter or a manufacturer or even a designer, you know how hard you work to churn out the product day in and out. And how much of product we create in the process of presentations, meetings. When I talk about presentation, there's just not one. There's trend presentation, there's capability presentations, there is a strategy presentation, there is category presentations. How much do we just produce to prove ourselves? That's the reason why we make presentations most of the time. Because only after all of this presentation, their buyer feels that you are the right supplier for them. But what if I said to you that you don't have to make these number of samples that you are making every day and night? There's a better way to make a presentation that sells better for you. You would say, Tanmaya, it's hard to believe. Product is the life of this business. Well, let me tell you, it's not. Specifically not today. Why? Because when you go with a handful of samples or send huge amount of product presentation to your buyer, they're struggling with time. They don't have time to go through so many samples. They have few options that they want to buy. They don't want to see your complete range. And I get you take it because you want to present your capability, your trends, your whole variety of product categories that you cover. So you want to do your best. You want to give your best shot. But what if I tell you that there is a better way to do it? And that is by positioning yourself strategically in front of your customer and not in front of every customer. So it has to be targeted customer. You need to know who is your targeted buyer. And that's only possible when you are strategically positioning your manufacturing setup. When you're strategically branding your manufacturing setup so that when the buyer goes looking for a supplier, they don't come across a sea of suppliers. Instead, there's someone who's standing out saying, listen, if you come down to me, I'll give you exactly what you want. First time right sample, in right time, in right quality, and at the right price. Isn't that all the buyer wants? So why do we make the whole process so hard? Why don't we just have a strategy? Why don't we just meet with a handful of what the buyer wants? Now that's only possible when you are strategically positioned, when you are strategically branded. Think about it. And if you want to really know how to make product presentations that sell, then join me on the masterclass. That's happening on the 6th of March. The link is in the description below. And we can discuss and talk much more in detail. End of the day, it's important that you create less and do more business. That is the goal of FBC.